So before starting AWMS, so this is actual what I have been designed for myself that okay. So the D365 finance and operations. So finance is completely the base and it's a main base for accounting the credits and debits of the vendors or customers, and also making the banks of cash and bank, and also setting up the tax, and also using the credit and collections for customer related and the operations where we used to find the logistics of supplying from it's from the vendors and also the customers. So what we need to perform from the logistic levels. So it involves also in the supply chain management like advanced warehouse management system, transport management system, and it also includes advanced inventory management system. So this is how the operations will be performed when it comes to the business process. And we have other modules like production and retail, and also the HR we have. So I've just included whatever I have uh, kept on my knowledge on this. So this is our chat, how it looks in the each department. And coming to the AWMS demo, that advanced warehouse management system, which covers the agenda of background and the purpose of using the advanced warehouse management system. So the key configurations of warehouse management setup, and what the roles and responsibilities, how it will be performed, the inbound process and outbound process, and inventory journals, transport management, and the landed cost. So we go to the slide with me. Yeah. So from the warehouse management, so we have the advanced warehouse management, and also we have the standard basic warehouse management, which doesn't have, which doesn't have the mobile device. We cannot use the mobile device in the standard basic process. So here we directly use the limited storage dimensions to to receive the stock, or to pick the stock using the picking registrations, or kind of requirement from the kind of options. So, for example, if you take a sales order, we can directly perform the sales order confirmation, and we have a picking registration process over there, and directly we do the postings of packing slip and posting the invoice. Whereas coming to the advanced warehouse management level, we used to track the advanced inventory transactions of every dimension. So it will be performed to resolve the stock uh, when we receive the stock, or when we just selling the stock to the customer. So it will be take the each and accurate dimensions where it will be receiving the stock, or where we putting the stock, and also when we just sell the stock, where it will be selling to the stock, it's a packing station, or the out of the like whatever we are used to prefer the when we selling to the stock to the customer. So during that, we used to have creating the load creation and the work creation, and there is also we use the mobile portal device. We have that two options we can use here when we do the mobile portal. We have the web application mobile portal device, and also we have an warehouse management application where we can use it through our mobile and tablets, or kind of an system as well. So it's an external application device where you used to connecting with different types of connectors, and here we used to perform the confirming the shipment or dispatching the goods to the customers, and performing the packing slip and posting the invoice. So this is about how the basic standard process works for the warehouse management and advanced warehouse management system. And the purpose of advanced using the advanced warehouse management system is to organize, to optimize their warehouse operations, and improve the inventory accuracy. So if you want to do the kind of transactions, like where the stock has been put and which location, or we have a different types of agiles racks, and and we have different types of storage locations we have. And if we have kind of any kind of an damaged product, we know that where we can put the damaged product in the damaged locations, or we have a bulk locations and better locations where we can receive the stock. So this is how performing the advanced warehouse management system. And the warehouse management setup, it requires to enable the key factors of few setups, so which is required to enable in storage dimension group and warehouse management setup. And also we required to set up few reservation hierarchies to uh, reserve automatic reservations of inventory transactions when we perform the inbound or outbound or transfer kind of an operations here. And we can use to configure the mobile device with or without emulator. And we need to set up kind of main actions where locations or wave templates, work templates, and shipment process over here. So there is also mandatory key factors to enable few setups in the item master level. So this is about how the flow works when we perform the each and every setup during the uh, operation. And we need to also have the uh, uh, I mean different types of access when we perform this warehouse management setup. So for example, if I want to enable a mobile portal device, so we have directly a web application. Instead of that, we need to also have the kind of other device or other portal to enable warehouse management applications, which is related to the Microsoft Azure AD. So that needs to be required to perform few connectors between the Azure Active Directory and to the warehouse management application. So it's an interface between both the external applications to the Dynamics 365 here. And roles and responsibilities. So here we perform warehouse manager we required, and warehouse operator, and also warehouse mobile device user. So here we required to the daily warehouse activities or kind of quality assurance of or quality control or inventory control. So those kind of things we require to be supervised from the warehouse manager. And warehouse operator who used to perform the device operations or moving the products from inbound process to the outbound process in the warehouse. And where when we used to perform any warehouse mobile device user, so he or she can give the inbound if he is related to the inbound process, or if he is related to the outbound process here. And there is also inventory process we can also include here for spot cycle counting or inventory status changes, or kind of inventory movement journal or adjustment journals here. So instead of going through in Dynamics 365, we can also perform those actions in warehouse applications directly. So this is about the roles and responsibilities of warehouse persons. So what kind of an inbound process we have is for example, we used to have the kind of receiving process here. So we need to perform the creation of purchase order. So once we done that, we need to do the load planning workbench to create the load and kind of a shipment process here. So once we have created the ASN ID or shipment, the load ID and ASN ID. So we need to receive the stock from the uh, like it will be like in default we can put it in the location profiles. The what kind of an receiving location into the warehouse. So if it is not required, we can directly mention in the um, we can also mention in the warehouse process level. So that will be taken other part here. So when we are receiving the stock, so here we need to understand that what stock we are receiving. So for example, if you want to put that stock into the storage locations or a bulk locations, So we need to specify that, and we need to put the stock into the relevant locations, and then we can move it to that. And once the stock has been received, then we need to perform the product receipt, and we need to do the pushings of an invoice. So once that has been done, uh, then the finance part will be taken consider here to perform the invoice, two-way invoice matching or three-way invoice matching, and also they perform the settlement of the based on the invoice. So the inbound process is a main process where we used to perform with the purchasing goods from the vendor. So here, for example, when we are just performing the creation of order for an example, and 100 quantity. So when we are receiving the quantity from the uh, vendor with an 70 quantity, so we can do the partial shipment as well here. I mean, partial receiving the items from the vendor as well. So here we have different types of user directed process and user grouping process, cluster picking process. So how the process will be works is like, for example, if we are having a regular vendors with a same group, and they are considered into one group. So if you want to pick the a bulk kind of stock into a warehouse, so we can use the grouping process here, and we can receive the stock into the warehouse. So in the inbound process, and whereas coming to the outbound process, where we used to perform the sales and selling to the customers. So we used to create a sales order based on the requirement, and we used to release the order to the warehouse. And before that, we can also reserve the stock manually, or we have an option to enable the automatic reservation. And if you want to move the stock from I mean I say we have if we have the stock with bulk orders, we can use the automatic release to warehouse here. So where we can directly put the number of sales orders or number of customers to release the orders to the warehouse. So if we gonna do that, so it will be directly create the kind of uh, I mean a single load process or a single work process here. So once we have created that, multiple orders have a single load and single process. So here when we do that process, so the work will be created, and we need to perform the action for outbound process to pick the stock from the storage locations or wherever the on-hand inventory is available, and then moving it to the kind of an out process, where we have the out process and directly shipment to the customer. If at all we need to do the containerizations or kind of packing and containerization, so we can move it to the packing process or packing location. So there we can start to move it to the kind of some containerizations, or so from the containerizations we used to know that where we can just put the kind of products or kind of bulk items into the container, and we can perform the shipment process to the customer here. So once that is done, we can do the packing slip and posting the invoice. So this is how the outbound receiving will be worked. And also there is an transfer process we have that will be performed from inbound process and outbound receiving process, where it will be performed the same as um, like a purchase and the sales. Like how it will be is like it's coming to the warehouse to warehouse. So when it is coming to the warehouse to warehouse, when we used to uh, transferring the goods from one warehouse to another warehouse, so we used to create the a stock transfer order with an item, and we need to start releasing it to the warehouse. So once it is created, so work will be created. So where we used to receive the stock, and then we need to perform the shipment. So once the transfer order has been shipped, then the other warehouse will be receive the stock using the license plate here. So the license plate will be plays a major role when we use to perform the operations in mobile portal. So it will be required to be used in location profiles. So most of them will be needs to be set up. It's a mandatory where, and it's a mandatory and crucial where we need to uh, uh, set up the location profiles over there. And this is about the outbound process. And coming to the inventory generals, as I said, there will be inventory generals can be set up or can be perform the operations in Dynamic 365. So the same way we can also use and perform the operations in mobile device. So when it is coming to the cycle counting, spot cycle counting, or it's based on the locations or based on the item, we can perform the cycle counting over there. And also we have inventory movement of adding the stack for the opening balance of the, and also we have the inventory adjustment journal if you need to adjust the stock in the inventory. And there is also we have an other one to change the inventory status of the stock from one inventory status of available to other damaged locations, or kind of whatever the locations we prefer, we can just change it from one location to other locations in the, I mean, one inventory status to another inventory status in the inventory status journal. So we have a kind of inventory journals where we have a counting journal and transfer journal. Transfer journal is used to transfer the goods within the dimensions. So, and we have the item arrival journal, and uh, then we have the moment journal, adjustment journal. So these are the different kind of inventory journals we have. So, and other thing is where we have a transport management. So what kind of a transport management is involved here is, so when we use advanced warehouse management system, we need to know that how the efficient way to deliver the goods to the customer in a simple way. Like for example, when we are creating the purchase order here, so we used to create a kind of a routing process that how the stock will be goes from one. I mean, so for example, when you're using the purchase order, so what kind of a routing process we have is two ways we have. So it will be starts from the vendor, and it will be uh, delivering to our warehouse. So there are two process were involved here. So we need to uh, take it in a like very very it's like an different way that where we need to ship the stock in an like transportation level. So we have a few setups to enable that in the transportation management parameters, and also in the item level to involve that, and how the routing process involved with different types of if it is in a boxes or pallets or different variants. And there will be also we have a landed cost. So how the landed cost works is it works on different countries. For example, we are just importing kind of some goods from other country is like Afghanistan, or other countries like I mean to say like Dubai, some other countries. So it will be calculate the uh, shipment process where it will be involved from like it will be transported on the ship. Like the ship process. So this will be how it will be calculated. So how the load has been created into the uh, voyage, and how the containers will be just made, and how the shipment from the voyage to the uh, port will be calculated. So the cost of those will be calculated, like, and that will be in I mean, so we have a miscellaneous charges or kind of freight charges. So the same way we use the charges over here to handle the uh, shipment of from other country to our country. If it I and and also we recognize the transfer of goods between the physical locations and recognize the landed cost over there. So there is a few setups we need to do in the I mean, we have a different module over here, the landed cost module, so we need to set up them. And we used to have a delivery times, how the delivery times will be happen, how the setup will be involved there in the transportations, or those setups is required to be enabled in the landed cost. So this is how the voyage and shipping carriers will be there. So when it's coming to the shipment from the kind of transport in the uh, shipping process, so the containers will be in the completely in the bulk level, and uh, so it will be move the transport over the shipping process. And this is about how the advanced warehouse management system and uh, transport management system and landed cost. So if you have any questions, so just let me know. uh, Guys.
Yes, Krishna. Sorry. I can see the course content actually,
Hmm.
wherein yeah, it is like user directed and system directed, something like user directed and system directed. Can I
Yes,
know
yes, yes.
what exactly is that?
So we need to perform some setups in mobile device menu items first thing. So user director we directed is where we used to perform the input options. For example, if you are putting some locations, so you need to put it
Mhm.
manually from the user level, and the system director will be directly take it to the receiving locations and performing the action. So for example, if you are system directed, it will be like a license plate can be received automatically, so without doing the user directing options here. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Mm, is there anyone have any questions over here, or can someone speak? Everyone is on mute, I think. Everyone is there. This is Sunday, man. Hello. Yeah, I think.
Hello, we are there. We are there.
Yeah, okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, one more question actually. So
Okay.
Krishna, what will be the price for this course, and what would be the timings?
So the pricing will be, the institute or kind of an organizations we have. So they will be, discussing on that. So I'm not in the part of pricing, but the timings will be the morning sessions. So mostly we consider the morning it's like 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So the 2 hour sessions we have. So I think it's 2 hour sessions or like 1.5 hour. I don't know, but it will be between say 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And I also have my other working hours. I have own my other company working hours as well. So I cannot also able to support at that time. So if you have any queries on during that time, in the 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., so we can resolve during the day. And during the training, we used to give like so if it is like 45 to 60 sessions, so we can take it as a max of 60 sessions here. And in these 60 sessions, where we can directly build the where we can directly build the timetable, that how we can start the day. And for each training, I used to train, and also I ask you to configure the setups. So that will be make you understand how the warehouse management or advanced warehouse management difference between them, and you can understand that how the operations also perform in the advanced warehouse management system. Yeah.
Okay. So in case if I wanted to know about the pricing to whom should I contact?
I think Visualpath is an organization here. So they
Mm-hmm.
are. they are the persons who have been organized this, and I'm a trainer from the kind of source. So you need to consult them, so they can advise you that how the training will be, and what kind of an payment, so they will be advise you. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right. And anyone from Vijay, Mohammed, Satya, or Ravi, Vikram, Krunal, Ali Asgar, Tiru IT, or Asmuk, SRP, Krishna?
So it will
Any
be
questions
60
on?
sessions, right, Krishna?
Uh,
Hi
can you
Krishna,
speak a little bit?
Hi Krishna, will you create a company to configure all this setup or in the existing Contour
So
environment?
I will start creating from scratch. So for example, if you want to create a new company, we require the finance first. So we need to configure the kind of few setups from the finance level as well, to understand the ledger calendars and few things. So before that, I will start from the scratch to uh, do the each and every configuration here. So I won't pick from the existing company. So usually I will follow to create a new company.
Yeah, because normally in my experience, even without advanced warehouse management or landed cost module also and transportation management also, the
We can also
organization
enable.
can, yeah, we can work
Yeah, yeah.
without all these things. So how
Yes.
this configuration will affect the other modules, and it will be great if you know that end-to-end process. Yeah.
So you want me to explain that how it will be effects, right?
Yeah, because now currently all our implementations are without the advanced warehouse management, landed cost, and transportation module. So without
Hmm.
this also the organization can work. So
Yes.
so when it comes to all these three modules, how the interactions and how the setup and the impact to other
So
modules. Yeah.
usually it won't affect much, but we used to enable few setups for the existing warehouses, where we used to enable the warehouse management setup over there. And we used to also we need to perform some kind of actions from our side to configure a few things from the mobile device, or kind of locations, or those kind of setups we required from our side. And it doesn't affect kind of anything from the impact on the uh, like much impact on I mean to say um, existing transactions or kind of anything. So it will be just works for the further from the a new setup level. So that's how it works.
Mm. Okay, Krishna. Thank you.
Hi,
Thank
Krishna.
you.
As you have mentioned that it will consist of some inventory journals and
Yeah.
warehouse management and storage dimensions. All these things are
Yeah.
available in the inventory module also, and supply chain management. So how you can differentiate it
See,
with these
so
other modules?
supply, as I said that, uh, so we have, you are saying that inventory management, but in inventory management doesn't support the advanced warehouse management system. So it will be only support the inventory management of uh, pallet ID, if you can take. So it doesn't support the future version of Dynamic 365. So coming to that, both differences, what is inventory management and supply chain management. So it both are includes the same kind of an a process, but it involves the advanced warehouse management system here. Okay.
So what is actually this, what is the added advantage over to these existing modules?
So that is what, if we include the advanced warehouse management system here. So as I said that the transactions or inventory transactions or inventory dimensions, whatever the operations we perform, it will be take the accurate locations and accurate picking process, and doing the timely process in between the pick and putting locations here. Okay. So whereas coming to the warehouse process, standard process, as I said that it will be only do the operations of performing the posting process or picking registration process. So we can just manually picking the things. But here, whereas coming to the advanced warehouse management, so we used to manually do the operations with what where is the bulk locations is available, and it will be picking from the on hand inventory and it will be moving to there. Okay, so it automatically resort the stock into the wherever the stock is available. So whereas in the warehouse management, we used to manually pick the registrations and we need to do the perform the postings only here. And here doesn't have any kind of a shipment process, how the containerizations will be, how the item will be dispatched into the containerizations, or how the shipment will be performed, and how the postings will be performed. But whereas in the warehouse management, it will be considered only the packing slip and invoice. You got?
Okay, okay.
So, guys, I think if everyone has finished, or you have any questions, please say. Mm,
Yeah, hello.
hello.
Yeah, currently, actually, I am trying to use only warehouse management for my inbound or outbound operation. We are using third party ERP. So we have. I just recently checked that there is a future coming in the Dynamics only warehouse management mode. So will you
Okay.
able to teach us on that?
So you mean to say there is another third-party application where you used to perform some actions from the third-party level, so not from the Dynamics 365.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we have.
So,
Yeah.
I just want to understand that the operations will be done in the external applications, not from the Dynamics 365, right? But the process what we have done
Yeah,
in the external
there
applications.
is a future. I just recently got from my client, so they were asking this warehouse management mode only. There is a future.
Hmm, okay. Okay.
Okay, so
So you
I'm
mean
So,
looking that.
you mean to say only
you,
warehouse management mode, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. We have a feature where we are only using warehouse management, right?
So will you just means because you are completely into warehouse management, right? So
yes,
I'm
yes.
just looking that you going to teach that or how it works. So
So
what
I
Randall
need to
need to do?
understand. So how, I need to know understand that first thing, like how the application works from the external level, and what kind of process involves that, and how the setups will be involved. So, for example, if we have the third party applications, we have a kind of an devices to track the shipments, where the actual locations or kind of things. So, is that the case, or it's a completely different to it's completely different to the warehouse operations?
Mm, no, actually, so the purchase and sales orders is in a different
Mm,
system, but the
okay.
warehouse operations we have to do it from the this
Mobile,
advanced warehouse.
mobile,
Yeah,
advanced warehouse.
yeah, mobile and everything.
Okay. But in the same case, we have that options. I said that inventory journals, we can do that. So the warehouse operations, which is nothing but inventory journals we have, and whatever we use to change the status or the kind of inventory dimensions, or whatever is required. So we can use the mobile device what we have currently.
Okay.
Okay. So the process of sales order or purchase order, transfer order, you are saying that you are using from the advanced warehouse of Dynamics 365. But the warehouse process, whatever is required to set up, uh, the transactions we use to perform the inventory journals, you can use the current existing device.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah. Is everyone okay with I think, and any questions or any queries you have? Okay, okay, that's fine then.
Sir, if when you are planning to start the classes?
So I mean, it's depends on the organization. So they will be confirming me that how uh, based on the the students what we have it now, and everyone you can go with from the next week, or so we can start from the next week, or like if there is anything kind of uh, changes or something is happened, then we need to wait from the organization. So they will be confirming me. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
So thank you guys. Thank you. Nice talking to you, everyone. And I think everyone have finished their questions here. So uh, let's see if we have any kind of thing. So we are sitting in our same class and just getting trained. Like so, whatever we have, you have the things. Just let me know so I can support you from the back, and I can. Also, if you have any kind of required any documents from the advanced warehouse management, how it works or something, so we can, I mean, during the sessions, we can do that. Okay. So thanks for today, and happy Navaratri to everyone. Yeah.